I'm Riq the Critic. And thank you for allowing me to come into your house another day, another night. I am so excited to be here with you. And I'm excited to talk to you. And listen, I'm sipping on my tea because it's kind of cold here. Get a little bit where I don't get harsh. My throat gets rough. Anyway, I'm so happy to be here today. And I'm happy that you've allowed me. Once again, I'm just going to say it because I'm really excited because you could be watching, other stuff like Jay-Z or Charleston Blue or Charleston White or some other kind of stuff. But today you're watching me and I'm excited about that. All right. As promised, I did tell you that we were going to talk about relationships. We always get a lot of relationships with men. Well, yeah, what men do and how women should watch for these signs and all this kind of stuff. And if you watch my last broadcast, you'll see that we talked about men. So we're going to recap and we're going to go over just a little bit and we're going to add some more stuff to it because I think it's very important that men understand women because women pretty much understand men. I mean, we've got a gazillion guys on YouTube now telling women, what men do and how they do and da 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 da. But no one is telling men, about women. So I thought that I would do a part 2 and talk about how what it is as far as men. Now, last week we talked about 3 things. And if you were with me and you saw it, there are 3 things that you can do to just stop a woman, and get her attention. One of them is, I got you, I got this, I got us. Any of those 3 sayings will stop a sister right, and I don't care if it's what color woman she is. It's going to stop her. She's not going to want to go into anything else with you. I mean, if you tell her, look, hey, babe, I got this. Hey, babe, I got you. I got us. It's pretty much it. It's not a whole lot to it. So those are the 3 things. So now we just kind of recapped and now we're going to go into the second part of this. And I think we talked about, when we left off, we were talking about not leaving. And I was talking about Shaq. I gave an example of Shaq and his wife and, Juanita Jordan and some other sisters that have just kind of been in the trenches with the brothers. And then, they went on to, go their separate ways and, they just parted and everybody's supposedly happy. I told you then, I'm just not a big fan of that. I think that if we start out together, then we end up together. And it's easy to walk away. The hard part is sticking it out. I do understand that, men cheat. I understand. But let me tell you something, because, I don't know if I've heard relationship coaches say, the man cheats and all that kind of stuff. Here's the one thing that they don't say. Men can have sex with anything. They don't have to have an emotional connection to a woman to have sex with her. Now, I'm not saying that's an excuse to cheat, because it's not. But what I am saying is that they don't have men could have sex with a woman today and it means nothing. Sometimes they can have sex with a woman and get caught up. But when they do get caught up, that's only because it's something going on at home. Because if everything is cool at home and they just I don't want to say accidentally slip and do something, but men are physical. They're physical. So when they see something, it's like, and a lot of times women can be very manipulative. They can be very conniving. And as I said before, it's not even about you. It's not about you so fine or it's about, sometimes with the woman, it's about, I just want to see if I can, if I could hit that and just split his place up. Not anything to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Just the fact that, hey, you know what? he's always talking about his wife or she's always talking about her husband. I think, he'll cheat on her. That's some women. That's how some women are. So I don't want you men to get fooled, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times and oftentimes, you leave one place thinking the grass is greener and it's not. Because women, they really don't care. The only thing that you can do when you leave your wife, what you telling another woman is that, hey, I don't care what she says to you. She may tell you, listen, you know what? I know that he loves me and, he don't love her. I don't care what they say. They don't even believe that. They do not believe that you left your wife, or, for them. They don't believe it. Even if they tell you that, they don't believe it. The only thing in the back of a woman's mind is, you know what? I'm going to get you before you, get me. Because I already know what's coming. When a woman pretends like, oh, I never thought I just don't even believe it. Because it's not true. It's not true. She knows that. If she met you under circumstances as she thought she took you from your wife or whatever, she don't have no hope. She'll never, ever be faithful to you. Never. Never. I don't care what you say. I don't care if she tells you she loves you. I don't care what. She will never, ever be faithful to you. So you think that you got a woman, you left your wife and kids and all that, and you think you got this woman that's just so in love with you. She's not. She's not. She's a woman. And in her mind, she's already thought this whole thing out. And it's like, you know what? If he left her, he'll leave me too. So before he gets me, I'm going to get him. That's how we think. That's how we think. And even though we may see it as like a betrayal from woman to woman, you know what I'm saying? Woman to woman, we already know. It's like, Now you find some women that are bitter and they may, and come to the house and act all stupid and all of that. No, that's just crazy, right? That's just a nutcase to begin with. But most women, and I'll say grown-up women, they're not even going to trip like that. Let me tell you about women. A woman can come to your house and you already told her, now, look, I'm married. Don't come to my house. I'm not leaving my wife. She's still going to come there. She going to come there. She going to test you. Because she's mad because you can't spend quality time with her. Even though she knew all in the beginning. She knew all of this in the beginning. It doesn't matter to her because in her mind, it's about destroying your peace and destroying your home. So here's my solution to that. And I say this freely. Listen, if you come to my house, you know what I'm saying, and you knock on the door, and my husband answer the door, or I answer the door, I'm going to tell my husband, hey, come, somebody's here at the door. And while she talking that talk, I'm going to be beating on him. And when I finish beating on him, then I'm going to start beating on her. Then when I finish beating on her, me and him together, we're going to beat that ass together. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do that. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get her. And then together, we're going to get her. Because she's going to understand when she come there like, whoa, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I thought, no. You have tried to come in and do something that, you know what I'm saying, and I know that it's not even about that. Let me tell you something. If she come to your door and you leave out the door and say, wait a minute, let me talk to her and all that, right then in her mind, it's like, got you. I got you to leave out of your house and come and talk to me. When I come to a house, when a woman comes to your house, she's not just coming there just to tear. She's coming there because she wants to test you and she wants to see just how far she can go and just how far you'll go. So when you start to tripping and you just, well, wait a minute, let me try to, you know what I'm saying? That's not what you do. You look at your wife and you look at her and you tell your wife, you know, you can get me last. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would just, if, as a man, that's what you need to say. Just get me last. And then what you do, you working on her. She gonna work on her. And then together, you gonna work on her. Then you gonna get it later on. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get it after we close the door. After we get through with her, then when we close the door, then you gonna get it. For her even getting there. It doesn't, a man does not have to tell a woman, you know, where he lives or anything like that. If he or she feels like there's a bond there and it's a strong bond, if you just give her an inch, she can find out everything about you in no time. In no time. And again, it doesn't mean that she cares about you, because she doesn't. She doesn't. That same woman that you leave with, and you guys think that, you know, you're going to live a happy life and all of that, that same woman going to do you so bad. She going to dog you out. She going to hook up with somebody else behind your back. She going to take your money. She's going to take your peace. She's going to take everything from you. And when she get through with you, she's out of there. If a woman can come, if you a married man and a woman can come and pull you from your wife, I don't care who it is. I don't care when you see Steve Harvey, all of them. They can talk that, think like a woman, you know, think like a man, act like a woman. It don't even work like that. Let me tell you something. It's going to be a time. First of all, that sister don't even trust you because she saw what you did. She see your track record. So she going to lay low. She going to stack her money. And when she gets to a point where you start to pull that on her, she gonna bounce on you. Now, you really in your heart may feel like, man, I really love this. I really love this woman. I really love her. And, you know, she's not going nowhere. Think again, player. Think again. We're not wired for that. And like I said, even though you may see us, you know, going at each other, there is a sisterhood. There is a camaraderie with sisters. See, sisters will come together and you never know it, and they'll be plotting on your tail and you won't even see it coming. And when it hits you, you will not even know that your ex and your future even came together to plot on you, because you think you got it going on. Now, I'm just trying to share some things with you about some sisters that you know what I'm saying, that don't mean you any good, because a lot of times brothers feel like, you know, hey, you know, my wife don't understand me and all that. Look, don't do that. Don't do that. That's like the stupidest thing you could ever tell another woman. Never tell another woman, my wife don't understand me. She, you know, she just think, you know, that I come home. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because let me tell you what we're thinking. While we listening to you, it's like, okay, all right. So all that's been going on, you know, all this, I don't care what she says. Now, she's going to tell you, oh, baby, you know, she don't understand you, not like I do, and woo, 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 woo. It's all bullshit. I'm telling you, as a woman, it's all bullshit. Because in the back of her mind, she's thinking, wait a minute, you left her. You know what I'm saying? And you are sitting here complaining about her to me. And you really think that it's cool. You really think that you know, you got an ear and you got somebody you can just No, think again. Because in the back of her mind, she knows if you're talking about her, you'll be talking about me next to the next woman. We already thinking. We are overthinkers. We overthink stuff. We overthink it. Trust me when I tell you this. I don't care if you get one that's like dumb, like they say, the dumb blondes and dumb as them as the rascals that think colder than the others, because they hide behind that. And you think that they're harmless and you think they're stupid, but they're not. They are colder than the ones that are very forthcoming or forthright with their speech. A woman that will sit down and tell you, look, this is what I'm not feeling. This is what I'm not feeling. This. You got a chance with that because you already know, you know what I'm saying? She's already told you. But you get one that's like, oh, no, you know, I don't want to, you know, I just, you know, I don't, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because I'm telling you, She's going to disrespect you, and she's going to make you think. She's the kind that will disrespect you with your best friend. She will disrespect you with your boss. She will disrespect you in a way that you won't even see it. You won't even know it. Because she's the one that'll come down. Hi, sweetheart. I thought I'd bring you some lunch, and ha, 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 ha. Oh, hi, Mr. Davis. How are you? Da, 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 da. And she winking and blinking. That's the one. The one that be acting all dingy that you think got wrapped around your finger and she do anything you say and all that kind of stuff. No, you don't have nothing going on. You think you do, but you don't. Women are a different kind of species. And a lot of men, like I said, we're not very complicated. But yet, when you betray us or you cross a line, even with sisterhood, you will find women. You can leave a woman and go and get another woman, and those two women meet, and they will talk amongst themselves like, you know what? I see why you left that brother. A girl, look here. Does he do this? Does he eat the peanuts in the bed? Does he do this? Does he do? They will come together, and you'll never know it. Now you'll see some women, and you'll see not a lot of them, but you'll see some women that act a fool and they'll throw stuff and they'll come by your house and break out a window and all that. That's that right there. That's a low value, a real low value woman. And if by chance you get one of them, you want to do a couple of things. Number one, you want to get a restraining order. Straight like that. Don't even put yourself in a position where you're going to be punching, because she going to take you to that. She going to come up. She going to cuss you. She going to slap you. She going to embarrass you. She going to kick over stuff. She going to do all of that. So don't even buy into that. The first thing you do is you get a restraining order. You get a restraining order for you and your family, your entire family. And then what you do is, when she come, don't have no problem picking up the phone. Look, sis is in violation of my restraining order, and I'm gonna need somebody here. And you do that 2 or 3 times, they'll get on. Your problem and your biggest mistake is when you do what you get with the dumb shit. You be like, well, gosh, I don't want my wife to find out, and she's looking at you telling you, well, I'm gonna let her know. You go home and tell it first. You don't let nobody tell. Let me tell you something. That's the worst thing you can ever do. And let me tell you something. A woman can get mad. She can get hot. She can be on fire. But she cannot fight the truth. If you tell a woman the truth, if you had an affair, you need to come back and you need to own that. Now, yeah, she gonna be pissed off. And yeah, she might even pack her shit, or she might even tell you to pack your stuff. But that's a waiting game. That's waiting. Because here's the thing that you got to know. If she tells you you need to leave where I could think, or I need to leave where I could think, that means that she's thinking about everything. I mean, everything. From the good to the bad, everything. So all you got to do is you got to build that trust back. You got to build that trust back up. But in the meantime, you got to be man enough, and you got to own it. Don't do that shit that she's lying. Don't do that. That's what make a woman mad. That's what make her want to really, for real go crazy, because you playing with her intelligence. Don't do that. Just cop to it. Just cop to it. It's so much. You would be surprised what your wife or your woman can handle. What your wife and woman cannot handle is somebody else, like her girlfriend or the lady at church, or somebody, or even the woman calling her on the phone and blindsiding her. Nobody wants to be blindsided. Nobody likes that. That's when you treading into dangerous waters. You own that. If you do something, if you mess up, own it. My thing, and let me explain this, as Riq the Critic, my thing is to create stronger bonds with families. I want to see men and women stay together. I think marriage is very honorable. And I think that when you have a strong marriage, that so many beautiful things can come out of that. Even as being a role model. When others see you and your husband together, when they see you and your wife together, you're giving them something to think about. Do you know that young people right now, they don't even think that marriage is important? It's like, oh, he's nice, but I don't want to marry him. He's okay. He's a good dad, but I don't want to marry him. That's some crazy stuff. That's crazy. Because commitment is what this thing is all about. And if I'm committed to you and you committed to me, we're going to be together tearing down, you know what I'm saying, the White House, the world. We're going to tear it down. We're going to do that. And that's why I say how important it is for you men to know what kind of woman you dealing with. See, you're physical. You are. Men are physical. They looking at ass and boobs, and they looking at all that. And you ain't looking at the right thing. When you look at other cultures, and I'm talking to my brothers right now, when you look at other cultures, do you see what kind of women they have? Now, you may see other cultures with something, that may be like arm candy, but they're older. They're older. But I'm talking about somebody that started out with them in the very beginning, and they've accomplished something. Then they looking good together. And they may be of the same age. Let me tell you something. Trust is a very serious thing. When a woman cannot trust you, it takes a long time to pull that together. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, that's why I'm trying to share with you brothers, how to eliminate a lot of stuff. Because, see, you guys bring on a lot of unnecessary stuff, and then that brings on unnecessary stuff, and it don't even make sense. It's not even about that. Because you can come and tell a woman something, and when somebody else comes to her, it's like, stop it right there. My husband and I, we already talked about you. We already know what's happening with you, so you cannot bring that to me. That's the power that you give your wife and woman when you tell her what somebody else is trying to tell her. That's the importance of getting to your house first. If you call the police, if I call the police right now, I could be in a store. I could be in a store stealing. I could be in the store stealing. If I pick up the phone first and I call the police, when the police gets to the store, he's going to naturally go straight to the manager. But it's like, wait a minute. I called you. So now this is dumbfounded. Wait, did he? And the manager, he did call you. So I called you. So now you got to get my story from me. When you get the story from me and then you get the story from the manager, you've got to compare those stories. But the only story that you can compare it to is the very first story you hear. You get what I'm saying? So when you don't tell your wife or your woman something and somebody else gets to them, all she's doing is comparing that story to the story that you're telling her. And that's how she can pick holes in it and just know that it's just bullshit. So again, that's why it's important. And I'm telling you this, men, because like I said, I'm not advocating cheating. I'm not saying that because I don't think that men should cheat, because I feel like when you go outside of the relationship, it could be a lot of things that could happen. If you come out of that relationship and you get with a woman, and we talked about this earlier, we talked about the importance of sitting down and talking and telling your mate what you like, what you don't like, whatever it is. I'm not with that, period. So those could be deal breakers. We talked about that. You're going to have to go back to the other video because I don't want to recap. But what I'm saying is that when you tell, even if, like I said, I don't care what it is. I used to tell my children, I don't care what you did out there. I don't care how bad it is. Do not lie to me. Never lie to me. I don't care if you kill someone. Never lie to me. because I'm your mother. And I need to know how to set up the defense. Whether you did it, you didn't do it, or whatever. We need to set up a strategy and a defense, and we can't do that if we're not truthful with one another. So, in the interim, I'm just saying to you, brothers, like I said, I want you to pick a woman that you can ride with, you know what I'm saying, till the wheels roll off. I want you to pick a woman that you guys are compatible. And I don't want you to always think that because you see a woman and she's, you know what I'm saying, and she's high end, or she looks like, you know, she's high maintenance. Don't let that frighten you. Don't let that scare you. Because all we really want is for somebody to listen, to laugh with, to protect, and to provide. It doesn't matter that I make more money than you. It doesn't matter. As long as you do what you're supposed to do with yours, we can put that together and make something really, really happen. So see, a lot of times you guys see women and it's like, I don't have a chance with her. You got a better chance than her than The Rock or, you know, I mean, anybody. You got a better chance. You see these brothers that not very attractive, you know, and they got these chicks that, I mean, they, you know, for real, ride or die with them, you know, and you're looking at them and you're thinking, what is the connection? The connection is this. This is the connection. Because before you can move forward with anything, you guys got to lock. I mean, your minds got to meet. And you got to be headed in the same direction, wanting the same thing and wanting the same expected ending. That's what you want. And so today, as I said, we're talking because I know, like I said, I'm seeing too many marriages, you know, that are just, you know, just falling by the wayside, especially the celebrity thing. That just, it just kind of kills me because it's like, you know, stay with your man. That's what I'm about. That's what Rick, stay with your man. You can leave your man and get with somebody else. You can leave your woman and get with somebody else, and you got to go through a whole thing all over again. That woman's got to learn all about you. That man's got to learn all about you. And if you bring children into the relationship, that's a whole nother thing. But to my brothers that are out there that feel like, you know, hey, you know, I don't want to approach. Let me tell you something. Confidence, confidence, confidence. Confidence, confidence, confidence. I don't care if you don't have anything. If you got a dream and a vision and you got passion behind that sister gonna roll with you. She gonna roll with you. I'm telling you what I know. You don't have to settle for the gutter rat or and I'm not saying, I'm not calling any particular woman a gutter. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that you go for what you know is going to elevate you. If you know that if you go into, I'll just say the projects, and I mean, I've seen a lot of good things come out the projects, but I'm saying if you go to a sister that's hood, she might be hood, but she might be about that paper, and she might be, you know what I'm saying, she might be a hustler. Then you might have that other sister that may have about 8 or 9 kids there, and it's like, well, you know, my man, you know, he left me and blah, blah. And you want to come in there with your cape, and you're just like, I'm going to come in there and save her. If you guys think alike, and you guys are headed in the same direction, and that sister just needs a little uplifting, or that sister just needs someone to say, hey, babe, I got you. I got you. I got this. Come on. I got us. Let's go. And she can do that, and that's what it is, then you got yourself, you know what I'm saying, a serious woman there. But she also has a lot of other things coming along with her, and you got to deal with that. You got to deal with the children. You may have to deal with the children's father. You may have to deal with a lot of things, you know, or maybe the guy is dead or whatever. But assess the situation, period. Assess the situation, because I want you to know what you're getting into, period. Okay, that's the little bell telling me I've taken up enough time. But you know what? I hope that I have said something to you that has made some sense. And I hope that I have given you the confidence to go forward and just go straight. Because see, we need you. We need men. We need men. Just, I mean, we really do. Women do not operate well with other women. Then that's bullshit. Don't let nobody tell you that a woman and a woman is cool, because it's not. We're designed to meet a need with our man, and our man is designed to meet a need with us. So it's very important. Family and relationships are very, very important now more than ever. More than ever. I mean, we can get on YouTube and we can see about, the man dogging the woman out. We can see about the entertainers. We can hear about the snitches. We can hear about all of that. We can hear about all the terrible things happening in the world and all of that. But here's my thought. The man and the woman together, you together, all of that stuff, you guys are focused, you have a goal, you have a vision, and I'll just put it in nonprofit terms. You have a mission statement, brief executive summary, you have a budget, you have a goal, you have a needs assessment, and at the very end, again, before that, it's the goal, period. The goal. And the end game is to accomplish what it is. And your accomplishment should be, hey, we've done everything that we need to do. Everything is in order. And now we've always enjoyed each other, but now we can enjoy each other on a different level. We can go places together and spend money. We can go places together and meet other people. We can go places together, you know what I'm saying, and decide maybe we want to live in this country, or maybe we want to, buy some stuff in this state. Maybe we want to do some things, but together, it is nothing worse than going up to the top. You know what I'm saying? And there's no one there to share it with you. But if you start the road together and you running the race together, and she got your back and he got your back and y'all got each other, it's going to work. Listen, I'm Riq the Critic, and thank you again for allowing me to come into your home. Do not forget, every Friday I'm live at 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific time. And I love talking to you. I just love being able to share. And I hope that I've given you some food for thought. Thanks for watching.